Hello once again. We are back to part 2 of the Boxing Day brick building bonanza, which is this set, Soundwave. So yeah, I did a stream 3 hours earlier in the afternoon. We did up to the end of bag 4. So now we are going to start bag 5. Let's get the tray. Hello to you all. Hope you're having a lovely Boxing Day. I hope there's alcohol involved and mince pies and such. Oh, we have one mini bag. What was dinner? It was chicken nuggets and what was it? They're little hash brown waffles, like in little squares with 4 holes. And then it was basically finger food. So it was, I had a smoky barbecue sauce and then Scotch bonnet chili sauce. So I just basically picked them up with my fingers and dipped them and munched them. Something quick. Right, so bag 5 and the little mini bag 5. I suppose what time it'd be for you, it'd be about still afternoon, so you haven't had your dinner yet, have you? Hope you had something nice for lunch. Would love to dine with you, especially multiple dipping sauce. Yeah, as many as possible. If I'd have thought about it, I could have got some sweet Thai chili sauce as well. But as long as I've got more than one. Right, so we've got some big long bits there. So this is the progress update. We've got the main body. And this cavity here, this is where the cassette tapes will fit in, and you'll have the little door that comes out. But I'm probably going to waste the batteries, but yeah, see the transforming sound. There's loads of different sound bites on there, and then most of the first half of the first build was the 2 cassette tapes that transform into Ravage, the Black Panther, and Razorbeak, the like eagle, and they've got their own little sort of rocket packs with weapons on them that are attached to their backs. And like I say, I'll show you later when at the end of the build I'll transform them back into their cassette tapes. Hopefully the chest cavity will be filled and the cassette front bit will be put on, so I can put a cassette in there to show you. Right, so onwards with bag 5. So what's it asking me to do now? Okay, so hang on, I surely haven't missed any bits, have I? No. Oh, let's get rid of that. Right, so that goes on the edge there. So how's your day been so far, Foxy? You've been building Lego with Calvin, is it? I think it's Calvin. I think you mentioned his name before. So if you've been building that, making a start on that space set, I think I might have surmised what that set might be. I don't know if I mentioned it earlier in the earlier stream. I think you've got him the Mars Perseverance lander, the rover. Because that's, I don't know if there's any other Space Technic sets. There's another space set, but it's the, oh, we took a break from Lego to make Hot Wheels track. Oh, it's kind of what I used to do. My mates, that's how I kind of got back into kind of playing with toys, really, through my mate's son. I kind of helped babysit him when he was growing up. So I'd be buying him Hot Wheels, and then later on it was Lego, and then, like I say, as you get into his teenage years, it was just Xbox. So now all I buy him is Microsoft credit, so he can spend it on his favourite games, or buy new games. It's like the credit I gave him last night. He bought Witcher 3, the complete edition, because it's less than £7. So I might be following suit from his example, because it looks awesome. So, is that it? No. I've missed a bit, haven't I? Yes. Pay attention. I mean, now I've had my dinner, it's soaked up some of the alcohol that I've had earlier, because I had 2 shots. Yeah, it is a great game, yeah. I think I've played a bit of the second one. I've watched the series with Henry Cavill in, and I don't know how I feel about the new actor, Chris's little brother, Thor's little brother. But yeah, I would like to. I wish I had gotten him the Mars rover. His mate got him a heavy cargo spaceship. Ah, actually, yeah, you'll have to put photos in either Craig's Discord or my Discord, because I think I need to catch up on the series. I just got Netflix back, so I'll be getting on that. Yeah, I love it. That song, what's it? Throw a coin to your Witcher. I love that song. I kept singing that over and over and over. So, yeah, I think this is the first time I've done kind of late night Lego for me. But it's because it's Christmas, and I want to get this set done. I mean, obviously it's not. I'm going to do the next 4 bags, and then I'm going to leave the was it 8, 9, 10, 9, 10, 11 and 12 tomorrow at the same sort of time as I started today. Do it in three waves. So a little one brick in there. Where's the other one? Where are you hiding? But yeah, I'm still a little bit tipsy, because I sort of timed the break in between the streams so that I'd be free for when my mate finished work, and he would come round for a couple of shots of whiskey and a smoke. Where's this one stud? Oh, there it is. Got it. So it goes there. Right, next page. So put that down momentarily. That's going to happen quite a lot throughout the streams, you know. Me randomly pressing the button just because I wanna. Right, so yeah, before I get... Hello Fonzie, I see beard, yeah. You can kind of see my face when I'm leaning down, but thank you Foxy. do one for you as well, so seeing as you can't shout out yourself. How's your Christmas been, Fonzie? Hope it's not been too hectic. Oh, I have to wait 1 minute 51 seconds before giving another shout out because you've just done one. Thank you. May the Fonz be with you as well. Oh, excuse me. Oh, there it is. I'm struggling a little bit trying to discern between black and really dark blue. My phone didn't register it the first time, so I smashed it again. Smashed it. Thanks. I'm very yeah. I'm gonna be getting a little bit more drunk later. I'm a little bit tipsy now. So what's that? I had some whiskey coffees earlier on in the afternoon before I started streaming. Half a bottle of single malt and overway. Yeah. And then, like I say, said a minute ago, in between the earlier stream and this stream, my mate popped round after he finished work. My other mod, Swampy, my best mate, in real life, he popped round and made a couple of shots of whiskey with no coffee. Oh, I think I've got just, no, actually, I don't know. Yeah, probably about just over a half left of my Jameson Stout edition. But I think that might be finished by New Year, so I might have to get the cheap and cheerful single malt, the peated Islay, just to make sure I've got some more before New Year, so I don't want to run out. So I've been quite thirsty of it today. Oh, a minute, what we've got, so we've got to join these two with a peg. Okay, a peg in the middle, and then a peg, black peg either side. Oh. Right, and then that sits on there, and then right, got 2x3 flat dark blue tile. That's almost the same as yeah, I think that would probably class as TARDIS blue as well. I think that would be the same sort of colour that would be on a TARDIS. Right, and then some more of the 2x1s with holes, and they fit on the side. And then where does this go? Sits on the back. So that fits on there, yeah? There we go, that's flush. So we've got a little hinge piece kind of thing. So, and then what do? What are we doing? Two of them, and two of them. Okie doke. So, starting to layer it up. Oops, my finger slipped. Right, so they're in. 12 by 1, yeah, so one along there. Clip it in, and then some little flat one studs. One there. And on the other side. And then this other long one to finish the frame, as it were. Right, next page. And now we've got lots of flat tile. Okie doke. Right. So one of them there. There. That one? I don't know. Yep. Right. And then I'm so drunk I can't stand, let alone do some Lego. I think it's just, it's because I've had loads of coffee today as well though, so I'm kind of nicely in the middle. I've had loads of coffee and tea, and I've also, as well as the whiskey in the coffee and whiskey on its own, I've also had a fair amount of the devil's lettuce as well, so right, more of these hybrid tiles where it's half and half. So that goes with the studs facing the gap. Another 4 by 1 there, and then a 2 by 1. Plus I've been so excited to build this set, do you know what I mean? I'm not going to let it pass. I want to see what it looks like. I'm not going to end up finishing it totally until tomorrow, so, but I want to get most of it done, 2/3, get up to, it's got 12 bags, so I'll get to bag 8, finish bag 8, and then we'll stop the stream raid out and we'll start again tomorrow. As close to sort of mid-afternoon, 2-3 o'clock. So I'm starting to get withdrawal symptoms from my Xbox. It's all well and good having Lego as your hobby, but do you know what I mean? My original hobby was Xbox. Right, eh? So what's this? Well, 'tis the season. You know, we've got to drink some of this whiskey or something to keep us warm at night. You're a pirate now. Right, oh, so that sits on the top of there, goes through and sits on. Okay. So we got one of these little corny, well, sort of like upper buttress pieces. That did kind of come out wrong. Yar. Is that it? There we go. So, I wonder what that is. Okay. Oh, is that there? That's the button mechanism for opening the cassette thing at the front. Okay. Oh, excuse me. So obviously, that kind of... There we go. So that will be once the cassette's in, that will be held up. So then you press it down and it flips the cassette thing open. That's simple but effective. Cool. Right. A little detail like that. Right. There we go. So I'm actually playing Sea of Thieves now with my friend. Fair play. Sounds like a right good fun, right bunch of fun. I like playing it. It's just like, you know what I mean. I like having a good crew, because sometimes it gets a bit shouty and a bit like, you know, like if another ship's attacking you and everybody starts going, "Ah!" So as long as you've got someone who's like doesn't get stressed, then you're fine. I mean, it's funny as fuck to play, do you know what I mean? When you're getting attacked. Excuse my French. So where's the other one of these? There we go. And then that goes on there like that in the middle. Okay. Yep. Right. So this bit. Okay. So build that up like that. And that as well. Another one. And then is that right? Yeah, nickel cheese wedge piece. Dr. Shotgun has bought his missus an Xbox, so she's on with us now. It's funny. Oh, what, 3 of yous? That sounds funny as fuck. Love it. My mate Stoner Craig enjoys sailing the high seas on that one. And now Skull. Yeah, I've only played Skull and Bones a little bit when it was on free play days one weekend, or back when it was still on Game Pass, I think. It's not gone cheap enough or on sale yet enough for me to want to buy it, to finish it. So, right, that goes on that side, yeah? And then, similar but not quite the same, that goes on there with a little cheese wedge. Sailing with mates is always a hoot. Yeah, more hands to fix the boat. Yeah, I mean, most of the time that's what I try and stick it to doing, sort of like fixing the boat, bailing it out. I've been playing since the development days of it. Nice. I don't know if I've got it in. No, I don't think I've got it installed at the moment, but it's still on Game Pass, so might have to install it. Right, so I think I like 3 bricks tall, all in one piece. So this must be where is it? Yeah. So we get the little special brown paper packet. And this is where we get the frontage of the cassette. And it's got a Decepticon logo on it. Awesome. Just like my tattoo. Right, so that, and it's a print as well, it's not a sticker. Yeah, lovely print. So this is basically like one of those old retro sets that where you've got like a clear window panel. It's just, you know what I mean, repurposed it. So, and then we got, oh, it's good with that. And then, oh, put that across the top, so it's got a tiny bit of stability with some flat plate across the top as well. There we go, clickety click. So, right, next page. Right, so how do we clip this on then? This is on the flappy bits from earlier. Right, okay. So see, look, we've got these little, and they've got two studs, and there's two studs under here you can sit on. So we sit that on there like that. So there we go, we've got the movement. And then that hinged on, so you press it, yay, that's it, that's what it's, there we go. Genius. That's cool. Simple little mechanism, but because inside here you've got the grabby point, and then you've got the little yeah, the grabby point, and then that pushes up the little button by clicking it in. That's cool. Yeah, man. Oh, hang on. I got distracted and I've missed some bits. Forgot to put the tile on the other side. Exposed top. Right. Right. Huh? Oh, there we go. There we go. Now we're up to speed now. That's cool. Simple but effective. Right, so put that down. So what are we going to be building now? Huh? Okay, right. So 4x1 with a 3x1 flat. And then we got one of these little edge pieces with a side, so something can stick on the side. Right, and then a right angle piece, so that goes off the end, and then a grey grabby bit. get some mince pies out soon. Gonna need the sugar rush to keep me going. So what's here? Yeah, we got some more of these weird pieces with the struts in the middle. So they're rounded off 2x1s, but they either side. It's like they've got their inbuilt little grabby struts. So there'll be a little grabby point that goes on there. And then there's a, so what is it? It's one that way. And then there we go. And then a one stud. Is it black one stud? Yeah, it looks like it. We haven't got any more silver ones. So that goes underneath. And then so that sticks on under there, is it? Yeah? There we go. Right, okay. So we're on stage 69, giggity giggity. Giggity giggity go. So now we build that up a bit of a layer. Another one of them weird bricks. And then a 2v1 brick. Right. And then yeah, that's like a technique piece. 3x1 with rounded edges and holes in. So that goes on the top. And there's another little, yeah, another little one stud in the middle. And then what's this? Got a weird bigger hole the other side and a normal hole the other side. That's right, okay. Oh right, okay. It's got grooves on the inside. That's that'll be where one of the arms or legs goes in. So got one of those overhang pieces. There's there. Rocky Raccoon. How goes the set? We're on bag 5. We're sort of halfway through bag 5, and there's 12 bags in total. So I won't probably complete the set tonight, but I'm gonna get through another 4 bags, and then I'm gonna do the remaining 4 bags tomorrow at some point. But thanks for being here, mate. We're making steady progress. Building an old Hobbit set I got for Christmas. Which one? If I had the money, I wouldn't mind getting some of the Lord of the Rings ones, like Rivendell. But they're bringing out, they're bringing out Minas Tirith next year sometime, soon. Ooh. I assume you're enjoying the build. Oh man. That's kind of the point of why you started building it. So, I mean, what's that? So we've got, okay, a 4x1 down the side, and then a flat plate. Oh, whoops, what am I doing? Right, and then It does indeed. So I imagine it's a medium to large set. I mean, it could be a little play set, to be honest, but right, I've got these little triangle pieces, so they go sloping that way. One of them in the middle, and then another little 2-1. There we go. And then, right, so top, and then one of them down the side. Oh yeah, I was gonna you can't do it yourself, so for yourself. There we go. Does that work? There we go. If you'd like to follow Foxy Kirby, she's my newest mod. I don't know if she ever plans to build Lego on camera, but I've seen one of her streams. I think she would class herself as a variety streamer. I mean, I would really, but I've been mainly focusing on the Lego as of late, as of the last few months. Right, so, and then what do we do? What angle am I looking at? So, how does that sit? That good. Yeah, goes along that, so it goes like that, yeah? Think so? Think we're good? Right. Slightly, hopefully it won't fall off. Right, so yeah, I think this is like a hinge point for one of the arms so that it folds back in when it transforms. So we've got the two clip points on this side at the back. Oh, I thought that was going to clip in more satisfyingly. No, it's quite quiet. Oh, okay. So that folds in like that, I think. And there's a clip there. Yeah, that's more satisfying, but you can unclip it so that it transforms. So, start on that. I think we're doing the same piece the other side, so okay. It's just a lot easier now because we've got less pieces to have to look through. So, and then you'd think that anyway. I think I'm definitely going to have a good sleep tonight, regardless. The last few nights I've been excited, so excited waiting to build this that do you know what I mean? I've stayed awake early into the early hours of the morning. I've managed to get some sleep, but I've kind of been running on spare batteries, as it were. So but it's that excitement that's carried me through, to be fair. So a minute, that will go like that, yeah? So it's the opposite way around. Building it up layer by layer. Oh, that one down the side, off the edge. And that one there. And that one off that side. Another equal stud on the end. And then yep, so that on the top. Oh, right, and then one of them. One in the middle. And one at the end. Top there, that down the side. I think that's ready to clip on now. Oh, a minute, 2 pages in one, there we go, oops. Then, no, one more bit, and then that section complete here, and then that goes on the back of the other side of the arm. So that will clip in there, and then that clips in there. Yeah. Cool. So, bag 6, big one. We've got one little mini bag. Yep, got all of them. Right. Oh, small joints. Cool. Right, let's go. So what have we got? A 3x3 plate. Again. Right, got it, found it. So that goes on there, and then what's all of this? So 1x4 along there. Piece with the edge cut off. So that goes along there, and then a 2x1 in the gap. Yep. So two grill plates. Oh, okay. So we got that. Okay, so that sits there, but then yeah, so that goes on there, and then the blue grill plates go vertically. Piece like that, and then one on that corner, then one brick on that end, and then another one on top. Right, so okay, so that's one of these hinge joints, 2x2 dark blue, and then we've got the socket of the joint that goes in, so that pops in there. Unintentional ASMR. So there we go. And then apparently that sits on there like that. Yeah, I think so. And then pieces. So it's a 2x1 brick with a hole in, and then it's got the Technic cross hatches coming off the end. Nice. So put a little bit underneath, and then we've got a cross hatch. So we put it some of the way through, and then we put this, where's this ball? Oh, we've got a ball with cross hatch going through it, so that sits in the middle, and then we push it all the way through. So, and that doesn't move, so I don't know what that's, we'll find out, So how does it sit on there? That goes on the side, like that, and then a little bit of layering on top, and so that there, and then a little one on the end, just to make it level. Right, so I'm wondering what that's going to do then. Right, oh, stickers coming up. Sticker number 7. Your number is up. Right, oh. Oh, I might have to have a shot of whiskey in a minute. Right, so got some, so that goes along the edge, a little 2x1 with the corner cut off, and then a 2x1, excuse me, sorry not sorry, there we go, there it is, so that along the edge there, and then we've got a 4x2 flat tile, and that's where the sticker goes. So number 7, so this one here, sort of like a panel. So careful. We've gone back to the space build and I've become the bag sorter. I've got a purpose. It's always nice to have a purpose. But that's the thing, it's nice to give your kids the choice. So if, oh, I know that's gone a bit skew-if. So if they do change their minds, you know what I mean, they've got something else they can be getting on with. That's the thing at Christmas. Oh, it's still skew-if. It's the thing at Christmas. They're going to get loads of toys, so they get their attention's going to be all over the place, because they want to have a little bit of time playing with everything that they've got. And unfortunately that means, you know what I mean, not as much time would be dedicated to Lego, because he's got loads of other, oh, there's an air bubble, a little tiny air bubble, damn it, very little tiny bubble. Oh well. Right, so yeah, so if he's got non-Lego toys, you know what I mean, they're going to take up some of his time. So what's this bit? Ah, okay, it's a connection point, it's like a ball joint. Oakley dokley. Right, what's this then? So, one of them. I got him 4 Lego sets this Christmas. I'm hoping they'll last a month. We'll see. Yeah, guys, we'll see. You might have to keep him distracted with other things in between as well. But that's 4 Lego sets. That's a good haul for a kid for Christmas. He's blessed to have such a mum who's, you know, willing to foster that sort of, that creative side. We've got to put one on each, yeah? More crosshatch. Because this is the thing, there are a couple of sets that, at least one set, but sets that I had when I was a child, about 40 years ago, in the 1980s, that I've seen on eBay that I'm thinking of getting second hand for nostalgia value, so that I can make a YouTube video out of it, but also, do you know what I mean? Probably shed a tear of joy at being able to capture that moment again. Right, so, because it's quite a simple space set, but I don't know, it's just, it looks really cool. I mean, I got this one for myself as a treat for myself for Christmas, and then I got 2 more sets, and one of them is not even proper Lego. It's one of those Mattel Hot Wheels Lego, but it's a Corvette, and I got the I don't know if you can see in the background, I got the little, because it's a Hot Wheels set, you get a Hot Wheels die cast with it. So it's a Corvette Grand Sport. So I think, yeah, next Tuesday would be kind of the day that I usually stream. So I think that might be the day that I'm building the fake Lego. And then I think I'm going to do another stream on New Year's Day, kind of like how I've done here with Boxing Day, and make the other present that I got, which is the Japanese maple tree bonsai, which that's another set I wasn't expecting at all. So right, how does this connect? This connects like that. So that's, oh, a nice snap. There we go. So that's got, there we go. It's got movement. So obviously there's going to be another one that moves in there. So we have a double joint. Right, put that down, we start another bit. Put them away slightly. Right. So, it's one of them. With that on there, and another one of them. And then there. I'm not streaming until January. Oh, yeah, okay, fair enough. You not got any Christmas sets that small to medium sets that you might build over Christmas period? Not the saying that you have to stream them, but you know what I mean. That you're going to build them anyway, and then maybe take photos and put them on the Discord. Save them for another time, which is also fair enough. It's your prerogative whenever you choose to do anything Lego related, whether it be building them on your own time, or whether you decide to stream them. I mean, thanks to you, I've got loads of other people. If you're not streaming, I've got a few other people that are now, that you've introduced me to, that are also building Lego. So, but But then obviously when you do come back to streaming, I'll be right there waiting. I've missed a bit, have I? No, all good. So, oh, this is the other side of the ball joint. Okie doke. So, we've got that 2x2 brick with the built-in peg. Your build is wild. Yes, it is. Yeah. Yeah. So that pegs into there. And we've got another one of these balls. And then a crosshatch going through. Again, so that goes through there. And then, is that going to go, is that going to be fiddly? Go on it, get in it. When you raided the other day to Lego Fonzie, that was my first time seeing it. Oh, really? Oh, bloody hell, what's going on here? Get in the hole. Right. A 2.5 foot or tall Bowser. This is going to be just over a foot. That's going to be massive. Wow. Is it 2D, so it's like thin, or you have to gonna like build the width of it so that it's able to stand up? There we go. That was a tough one to get through. You'd have to, it's 8-bit form. Yeah, no, but I mean, is it going to stand up, or is it like a sort of, you put it up against a wall? Has it got some girth to it so that it's able to stand up? Right, so that's movement. So that sits on, what's this? Here? Oh, that's not going to move then, no? Okay, so that sits on the front. Yeah, that's going to look cool. It's going to be way bigger than your Yoshi. So, what's these bits then? So what have we got? We've got a crosshatch with a plug. There we go. So, and then one like that to go straight through. And then one of these little pinch points. Then yeah. So, oh, okay, that's weird. And then that goes in there. And then that clips into the back of there. And then that can move up and down. Right, so what now? Okay, I'm building a sort of cage for it, layering it up. So it's one of them with that. And that. Same the other side. Okey-doke. them in place. Alright, okay. So that sits on there like that, yeah? Yep. Alright, okay, we've got a sticker to go on here. Number 11. So that's a long one, okay. Two by 6 size, so where does that go? That goes with the red bar facing this way. Okay, right, so oh, this looks like a foot. Oh no, it's the side of the leg. So take one of them and one of them. So that goes on there, yeah. Builds it up. Then 2 by 2 flat tile. The little ones with a hole in the middle. Hello Hope, what we're building today, we were building my Christmas present to myself, so Soundwave, the Decepticon transformer. This is the second stream. Thank you Foxy. So yeah, this is the second of 2 3-hour slots, and hopefully we'll be two-thirds of the way through. So there's 12 bags in total. And no, look, I'll show you. This is what we've got so far. So that's like the torso and the chest. We've got the mechanism, simple mechanism, so that the cassette opens. And I suppose now that that's been completed, what I'll do is because these were the first 2 little mini builds. We've got the Eagle and the Black Panther. So they transform into cassette tapes, and they can be put in the front part. But yeah, you've got these little rocket and missile packs that go on the top of the cassettes that you can take off, and the legs fold under and the wings come in, and then the head wraps over under, and there you go, you've got the cassette. And then I presume it's a little bit like the cartridge of in the back of the Game Boy. So a minute, how do I? Is there any clip? There's no clip points, is there? No. Don't know. So is that? Have I got it the wrong way? I don't know. Okay, is that close? I don't know. Ah, it's even got a slight spring action. Oh, hang on. Got Lego pieces that have come off. How did I put it in? I'm not sure about this. Yeah, it's a little cassette tape. I'm just trying to figure out how it's a bit fiddly trying to get it in and then closing it. I don't know if I've put it in the wrong way. No, yeah, there we go, I've got it in the right way now. So yeah, that's it closed with the cassette in, and then your little press got the little button and it flips open. So yeah, that's really cool. Now that I've figured out how it goes in. But yeah, we've got the most of the body. I think we're in the process of doing the legs, and obviously there we go, to the classic transforming sound. And there the music. So basically what happens is there's a little knob behind this button, and that pushes into the sound brick that's behind here. So there's the back of the sound brick at the bottom there, but we've also got this little brace that holds the sound brick in, so he literally doesn't shit bricks. So yeah, you take that off and you're able to get to the sound brick little box at the back, and it's like 3 paracetamol shaped like phone watch batteries, but there's 2 screws in the bottom of the brick that hold it together, so you can't just clip it open. So you take that off, you slip the sound brick out of the back, and then unscrew the 2 screws at the bottom to replace the batteries. But yeah, we're making good time. Yeah, we're on bag 6, so got another 2, hopefully get through another 2 bags before I finish tonight, and then I'll do the rest, the other 4 bags. Yeah, I know, it does look and sound awesome. Right, so that's got to have a grill plate on. And then that goes on the side of there. Yeah. Like that. So that builds up his, I don't know if it's his arm or his leg, but it gives it a bit of girth. I'm sad the battery is there. Oh right, okay. It's what is it? It's see if I can take this peg back off. And does it? I don't know. It's not. Doesn't slide out. I think it's almost. I think. Wait a minute. It's too high, and I think it's a 3x3 size brick. But then it obviously comes apart, and it's got circuitry in there, and a microchip, and the battery compartment, and right, there we go. So and so yeah, so we've got that bit, and then this connects to this bit, yeah. No, I'm missing a bit. There's that got another, yeah, that hasn't got a sticker on it, that's alright. Right, so, and then that connects to the other ball joint piece, like that. So we've got the upper and lower, yeah, I think that's an arm. Yeah, it's definitely an arm, because I'm just seeing the next page has got finger pieces. So that's the upper and the lower arm. I was planning on buying the new Japanese temple one. Is that like on a? It's like on a little. It's kind of like a bonsai, but it's got like a little building in the corner, and then several little plants. Yeah, I've seen a picture of that. That looks quite cool. There's also the one that It's like got a waterfall in the middle and plants around the edges, and it's an art piece that you put on the wall, but it's it's 3D as well. So right, what's this bit? So we start with that, and then that. Turn it over, put them on. That's the China art set. Alright. Yeah, there's too many. There's too many sets. If I had the money, I'd buy them all. I'd cover my walls. I'd have to buy loads of bookcases and shelves and display units, and I can dream. You know what I mean? There's obviously some sets that I will definitely get in the near future. Tell me about it, yeah. And obviously they'll keep making new ones, so it's, you know what I mean, it's a never-ending wish list. As soon as we hear about rumours of new sets on YouTube and such, that's it. It's, you know what I mean, you have to update your wish list. But you know, I'm okay with that. I budget what I can afford. So what's that? Alright, is that the... that's a finger joint. So... right, so, because these are the same fingers. These are the same fingers with the clamp-ons that they use in the Marvel and DC mech suits. Just they're made slightly different, so you have Minas Tirith from, yeah, coming out 9,000 pieces. Eh? You've bought the GT40 Mark II for 5. How did you manage 5? What was that, on a auction, or was it on a like Whatnot or something? That's a bargain and a no from Lego. Did you use your you used your points? You got a massive discount. I used my birthday gift cards from last year. Oh, nice. Well, at least you used them all. So we've got 3 on this side. Oh, I bet that's going to look... oh, I can't wait. And I hope you stream that. It's next year sometime. Right, so they've got a grab on point for his hand. So you've got the 3 fingers there. He's got a thumb, and then there's something going to be connected to that. Oh, that's his. That's for his pulse rifle. Yeah, that's for the pulse rifle. A bit like when they have the Star Wars mech suits and they have the lightsabers coming out at the end. So that, yeah, so that goes on the end of the arm. So we've got posability there, and we've got double posability there, because that's where it'll have to fold in to transform into the stereo. Oh, at least they fold in. That's cool. Right, one of them down. Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully by the end of this bag, we'll have both the arms finished, and I can go for a smoke break. But then we'll do the set bag 7 and 8 after I've had a little break. Right, so this is okay to go on here. Yeah. From into, oh, a minute, no, wrong side. So that clicks in there, so we can rotate. Cool. So that's the body and one of the arms. A minute, let's move his arm out of the way so it doesn't... hang on, there we go. we're making headway. Oh, that's annoying. Right. Let's have a little bit of my energy drink. Oh, keep me going. I'm probably not going to post these 3 videos on YouTube until after I've done the 3rd one tomorrow. So what I'll do is I'll download them and then upload them all in one go, one after the other. So that might take most of tomorrow, or tomorrow evening anyway. Right, so another 3x3. Another little chopped off corner piece. Right, and then yeah, we're doing a repeat of, because it's the other arm, so it's a mirror version. Right, so that will go there, and then we put the grill plates on. Oh, hang on, put that one on first, then we put the grill plates on over the top. Grand. Right, another one of the corner pieces. Little flat one stud. And then next page. So 2 1 bricks on top of each other. Yep, and then right. And then the other clicking ball joint. And then that clips onto the, yep, like that. And then cross hatch. Oh, too far. And then a ball. And then punch it all the way through. Right, there we go. Then that goes on the side. Like that, yeah. Yep. And oh, hang on, I've missed a bit. There we go. Had to put a bit underneath. So, right, and then yeah, that goes on that corner there. That makes it level. Right, there we go. And then we've got another sticker coming up. So that goes along that edge and corner there. Then 1x2. A4 tile, which is for sticker number 6. So it's the other panel. Then that goes like that way. So and then connect those two together with the crosshatch like that. There we go. Then we do the crosshatch through the bottom bits. Side like that, clippity clip, and then that, there we go, that's the first of those 2 joints for the arm. Side. And then clip joints. So 2 of them. Clip in there, and that goes on there. Excuse me. Oh, sorry about that. So we've got another one of these little bowls. And we put the crosshatch through. Right, and then that goes on there. Secures that in place, and then we got the plug and crosshatch. That goes through there like that. That goes, is it vertically? Yeah, vertically on the end of there. And then the other one on that side there. Oh, like a tiger. And then that fits, clips into there, So I think we're nearly done on bag 6. Not many pieces left. So sits on there like the other one, and then we have another sticker, sticker 11, which is the other long one. So done that, and then the last little grill plate that goes on there, and then yep, we put that on the side like that, and then we join so that's where we get the second ball joint. Put that on that side there. And then I think we've got the hands to go, and that's it for bag 6. So yep. Right, then we put the fingers and thumbs on. Right, so that goes on like that, and then that goes on that side. So that clips in there nicely. Now this is starting to look awesome. Right, we've got to do the head. Ooh. But that'll be the start of bag 7. Sorry. Right, is that going to stay like that? Yeah. So we've got a fair few spare pieces so far from all the bags. 2 arms, yes. He has 2 arms. Right, I'm going to stand up and stretch my legs. I'm going to make another cup of tea. I'm going to have a cigarette. I've already got one pre-rolled, so I don't have to waste time. So I will be back in about 5-10 minutes. Going for a pee. Yeah, it's that time. We're halfway through the second part. Get your fresh drinks, go to the toilet, go for a smoke, get some snacks. Oh, speaking of snacks, I've got a mince pie over there. Right, I'll be back shortly. returned. What did I miss? Oh. See you later, Fonzie. Yeah, I can't afford to have too much dead space. You know what I mean, when there's nothing happening. Right, so bag 7. I already had a pre-rolled smoke, and the kettle doesn't take too long to build, so another mini bag. I think all the bags are going to pretty much have other little bags in them. That's the way. Right. Take out these bigger bits. Get me the tray, put that there, and put all the bigger bits in. So I see what I'm doing. You don't right, little bits. That all right in there, yep. Right. 9, 10, 11, 12. Right. So before I get proper started again, I'm going to pour myself a shot of whiskey. Get some fire in my belly. And have a mince pie. The last one in the box. So, I don't know if you have mince pies in America. Maybe you have some kind of other delicacy. Yeah, this is a mince pie. So, excuse me that. Right. Cheers. Merry Christmas to one and all. I hope 2026 is better than this year. And for me, this year's been effing amazing. So I'm hoping 2026 is new heights, much better. So, oh, that's strong shit. Oh. Oh. Fire in my belly. Right, so I've got this unusual piece. It's a side piece, and then got two little staunch bits in the bottom. Right, so I got that in there. Right, so that goes along the back, and then oh, feel that whiskey in the back of my throat. Oh, it's lovely. Right. So we got that. That'll go there, and then bright blue, light blue one goes next to it. dark blue one with a hole in it. Oh, crosshatch. Yeah, crosshatch. Right. And then a 3x1 yellow brick on the end. Then four of those, but they don't go on top, they go underneath. Okay. So that goes all along. And then that clips onto there. Yep. Same but in different colours. Two of those. Four yellow ones. Oh, hang on, I've missed a bit. Missed a bit. So we've got a 2x1 light grey and dark grey 1x4 with 3 holes technique bit. So yep, okay. Now we're good. So another 3 of these all the way along. And then a light grey one. Right. Oh, excuse me. That whiskey's coming through. Right. So one along, and then a little one stud at the end. A yellow one brick in the middle, and then yep, 1x6 to finish it off at the end. There we go. Then these little chopped off corner pieces, put that on the end there with a single flat tile, and then normal 1x6 plate. Click. And then a grey one at the end to finish it off. And then more of these things. So there you go. 2 of them along there. So we're building up quite a side layer that's going to be stuck on. Excuse me. Right. Single one, and then 3 light grey ones. Right, there we go. And then fill in the back of this layer. So we get top, crosshatch hole, and then another one at the top. Ooh. And a 1x3. Whoops. Sorry about that. So right, so now we're building up on the side, no? Yeah? Oh, hang on, missed a bit. So put a little flat one on the end. Another little truncated step down. And then grey, oh hang on a minute, no. Another little one stud. And then that. And then another little one, grey one on the end. Right, so now onto the side. So do they hang off the edge? Or do they just go over the edge? Yeah, no, all on that side, there we go. Then another one, bit in dark blue, and then two by four, and one by two, there we go. Hang off by two. This is getting quite chunky. Excuse me. Right, so they're all on properly, yeah. So now we've got another sticker. Flat tile plate, so that goes on like that, and then, excuse me again, a strip there, and then same length black strip, and then two down, so we leave a space for the one with the sticker on. With the sticker that goes on, and we've got sticker number 3. Sticker number 3, your time is up. Right, so it goes that way. Nope, not quite. On that way. Okay, right, and then more stickers. So we have a 4x4 flat tile plate, and then a 2x4. So sticker number 5. Sticker number 5. There we go. Almost perfect. There's always a first time for everything. There's a little bubble there. Yeah. Right, and then sticker number 9. Number 9 with the R on it, yeah. And that one goes that way. So that one, hold on. Is it in there? Yep. So we got that single strip there, and then facing that way, that one goes on there, and that one goes, hang on, like that. Right, there we go. Right, I take it that's a chunky leg. Right, finish my mince bag with a snowflake on the top. Right. I hope I haven't got loads of bits in the beard. Right. Okay. So we have that on the end. And then we've got little one studs with crosshatch going through, so we have one going laterally. Then another one going the other way. I don't know why, but it's weird. And then another one going the same way as the first one. Then over the top. Then little one flat tile. And then a studded one tile. And then we put the crosshatch plugs in. So there we go. Right, so that goes in like that, and that goes in like that. I'll have to trim my beard soon. Got bits of mince pie in my beard. Right. Apologies. Right, we've got that bit. So what this is a new bit. So we've got this right angle Technic piece. then that, some slightly longer crosshatch, and that goes in the top, either side. Then so that goes over the top, and then we have another one of the ones, same one as the bottom, and locks it in place. And then we put a pin in the bottom. And then a little half red plug in the middle one. And then I assume that plugs in like that. Tight like a tiger. Yep, is that right? Yep. So then I take one of those and like that. Then so yeah. And then that apparently sits on like that. Yes. And then okay, so we put that under there on the pin, and we put a crosshatch in that side. So that'll be connected to something in a bit. Right. So put that one to the side, and we've got two of those. And then that over the side. That on the end. Turn it over. Oh, right. Then that there. And then pin in the back one like that. Yeah. Yep, I think that's it. Right, and then that goes on like that. Yeah, okie doke. Right, and then, so what's this? Right, and then that bit. So that goes in. So that should click in underneath there like that. There's a hole all the way through. So take this weird looking piece, and then we put the yellow crosshatch through the middle. Well, not all the way through. So, and then that. So that goes all the way through, and then that goes on there onto the crosshatch. Yeah. Yep. Right, okay. Yep, right. Right, now we take them and we put them together, and then we put that in the middle of that. Oh, near the middle, and then we put that one there. So all the way through. And we put another one on, but then we put that the other side. And that goes on there. Excuse me. Now that little right angle piece there holds that in place properly, firm. And then that goes on the side there. And then, right, how does this go on? So okay, what's going on here? I think, yeah, I think it's saying to put it in there like that. And then that's how it folds in when it transforms. Yeah, nice. Right. Yeah, fold it in, and then where do we put this? So we've got that, and then okay, so we've got, yeah, we've got the 3 holes there, and then I need to go a little bit more. There we go. So that goes in like that. There we go. That's tight. So that's your, I don't know, hip joint. Oh, excuse me. Right. So that goes on there. Right. And then what happens with this then? No, we're on bag 8. So this is the last bag of the night, and then the rest of them will be tomorrow. We'll finish off then. So, hang on, right, yeah. Bag 8. Oh, we've got too many bags in this one. Right, let's put those. We got all of those, yeah? Right. Oh, then we've got 2 of those. No, not in there. Right. There we go, found it. Right, so we have, that goes in there. So this time we have a little sand coloured or beige ball joint, and that clicks in like that. And then that fits in there like that. Right, yeah. It seems so. And then, right, slurp my tea. Right, so got one brick with a crosshatch, and then black one stood on the top. Another one. Stacking them, right, and then we got. No, that's too short. Where's the other one? There you go, that's the right one, yeah. So, put that a little bit of the way through. So, we get another one of them with a black stud, and we set that on the top. We put the little yellow crosshatch through there. There we go. So that goes up and through. And then we do the same to connect it up to the other side. Excuse me. Double stack the stud again. And then another one of them. And a single stud. So, and then that goes the other side, yeah. Okay. Make sure that's equal both sides. There we go. So what's that? Right, let's separate that. I'll do something else. And then flappy pedal. But yeah, it's not as waggly this time. It's tight like a tiger. And another same one of them on the other side. Then flat tile and this another sticker. So this is sticker 13. 13, there we go. Oh, excuse me. Right, now which way does this go? Without sticking out like that. Like that. Sorted. Right, so how does this sit on here? Okay. So it sits, it goes on like that, yeah? Does it sit properly? Yeah. Oh, whoops. Oh dear. Hang on. So, sit on those studs there, and then we put the crosshatch through the top. Like that, yeah? Right. And then using one of these rods, put that there, we've got the other one there, it's through, all the way through, and then another one the other side, like that, and then that goes underneath, like that, and then okay, that connects onto like that with a space in between. I wonder where this goes then. Okay. So that goes along the front there, and then we've got these sort of cheese wedge grill plates, all in yellow. Nice and bright. Right. And then, right, so one studs across the middle, and then that off that side, with that across there, on the bottom. Right, and then, okay, right. think so. Right, so okay, right, so this connects to the leg. So how does it do that? Right, it goes on its side and it connects into those slots there like that, yeah? Cool. So that builds up the frame, and it's got it's got triple hinges. So that'll be the transforming parts. Okay. So move that out of the way. And then, alright. Right, so cross hatch either side. And connect those two together. Put that through there. Yep. And then what does that do? So that goes, hang on. Okay. It goes in like that, does it? Okay. Yeah. It seems so. And then, okay, right. That clips into there. Alright, okay, and that's part of the mechanism for folding it all in when it transforms. Okay. Right. Jolly good. So another ball joint socket. Yep, and then crosshatch plug, and then that will connect on top of there. Alright, yeah, so there leaves a bit at the top. Cool, right. Got that there, and then that in there. There we go. Yeah. Right, so that goes on like that. And then an equal one on the end. Just to make it level. And then yeah, thought so. One of them and then one of them. Right. So that goes on there, and then that goes on there. stud underneath. Then a right angle piece, and then a 1x2 on the end. There we go. Makes it solid. Oh, definitely more so anyway. Right, and then one on the end. Five. 3x3. And then a 6. It's got studs all the way round and then flat plate in the middle. It's unusual. Right, and then, yeah, 3 of them. Excuse me. They're flat as well. All the way over the edge. Turn it over, and continue with the blue there. And then there's a dark grey the other side. And then what's this? Right, so we've got a bar with holes. You got more plugs. Right. And then so they go that under that way. And then right, so that goes on, sits on the end there, so that's another double hinge. Right, and then all these little curved bits. So they go on there. Right, and then excuse me, right, so how does this? So going like that, yeah? And then that fits onto the legs somehow, yeah? Okay. So it pins onto those 2 points like that in there. Oh dear. It's a little bit fiddly. Right. Damn it. Get in the hole. Right. There we go. So, there we go. So how does that fold over? Oh, I don't know. Oops. I broke it. I suppose we'll find out what happens with that. Okay. underneath, not on top again, like before. Excuse me, and then, okay, there's a gap, so put this little one underneath there, but it's only one, not two. And then so we go, right, and then put that in there at the back, and a normal brick, oh, excuse me, another one there, okay, right, and then yep. Yeah, this is similar to the, yeah, this is the start of the other leg. So we put that there. Put that on the end of there, yeah. So we've got a little swivel joint. Apparently it's telling me to do that. And we put that there. A bright blue one with a hole there. And then a black one with two holes there. Cool, right. And then apparently you always stick, and that's why there's a gap, because that pokes through there. Yep. Oh, right, another sip of my tea. Hope you're all chilling this Boxing Day evening. Hope you've all enjoyed Christmas. Right, so more of these along the top. All of them blue this time, not different colours. So yeah, that one over the top there. And then there we go. So, and then along the back there, got the whole brick. Alright, it's telling me to put it in sideways. It's filler brick. Right, and then a little flat one stud in the corner there, on the end. Yep, that's gone in. Right, and then last few pieces. Right, so that goes on the top there. So that clips that into place, and that makes that more. There we go. That's more. Oh, whoops. I spoke too soon. And little flat tile on there, and then the little step down corner piece. There we go. Solid, not quite solid as a rock though. Right. So, Leviosa. front holes at the top. So you put them there. Another one, and then what's going on? There we go, found it. I've got that 1x2 flat plate, and that covers up the holes. Covers up the studs, and then two flat studs there. Click. Clickety click. Right. There we go. And then there are two of them or three of them. I've done it wrong again. There's that underneath first, and then the two one studs, so nice level. There we go. That click is so satisfying. Yeah, I know. I think that's part of the appeal, isn't it, really? And then there are three on the end. Yep. So that goes on there. And then 1x6 brick. And then that on the end there. Crosshatch brick 1x2 there. And then another little one on the top. Yep. So, and then okay, and then that makes that level on that end, and then we've got these little grey cheese wedge pieces, like a little triangular edge, leans up, and then 6x1 flat tile, a single blue tile, another single blue tile there, and then a little step down triangular corner piece. There we go, that's all solid pretty much. Speaking of cheese, I had some tasty shark cheddar last night. Nice. I've got some little snack size, like little bars of cheese. They're smoked cheese. You get them in like a little string bag, 5 little portions. I'm gonna have some of those tomorrow, just to like snack on with some cheesy biscuits. Right. So now I'm gonna fill this bit with tile plate. Right, so 4 up there, and then so that surrounds that little bit sticking out, and then the long bits either side, all the way up to the end. Okay, and then two, oh, there we are. dust from the bag stuck to the Lego. Right, and then you finish off the end with that one. You put, hang on, what's going on here? So you put those on the end, like that, and then one stud in a corner, a grabby bit, like that, so there'll be something for that to grab onto, and then yep, and a flat tile. Is that a sticker piece? No, it's not a sticker piece. There we go, all flat tiled off, smooth. Nice. And how does that go on? So that's the other side of the leg, yeah? Is it? And that goes, right, how does that go on? Right, hang on. So no, it goes round that way. Okay, that's round that way. So what have we got? So it must go on those bits like that. Does it go in? Yep. Near where the ball joint is. And then that must go in like that. Hang on, what's going on here? There we go, got it. I need to check something here. Unless that's that goes in. Yeah, maybe. Oh no, maybe not. I'm not sure where this bit goes in or how it sits. Can't go the other way, can it? I don't know, we'll have to sort that out later. So yeah, that's definitely a chunky leg. Right. So we've got a couple more bits to put in. Right, some like support struts. So we got that. So where does that go? Okay, that clips in like that, sits in. Okay, that's cool. Right, and then what are we doing? So flips over. Ah, I got it now. Now I understand. So that encapsulates it, holds it all. Right, okay. Yeah. And then, so we take that, and that goes. So how does this fit on? Crazy. So it looks like it fits on the side like that. Yes. Right, so right, I gotcha. So we got, so the arm will fold into this part here, and then that will fold up, so that forms the side of the stereo. I don't want to move it too much just yet before we know what we're doing. So that is the end of bag 8. There's what's the spares, what's left over. So that's because there was a lot of internals for that leg, a lot of filler brick and a lot of internal mechanical parts. Hey, hola amigo. Well, just about to finish. To be fair, I don't want to start another bag because 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I've been doing it in 4 bag stages. So I did four bags in the first stream in the afternoon. We've just done 4 bags now, and we've got, because this, like I say, this other leg that's going to go on the side here is going to be chunky, same as. But yeah, let's find someone to raid. We'll leave all of this here and we'll finish it tomorrow at the same time as I did. Yeah, it does look awesome. Yeah, I'll show you the sound effects. Yeah. It's cool. And yeah, look, I'll show you the mechanism. You know what I mean? You press the little button at the top here and the cassette thing pops open. And you can take out the cassette. You know what I mean? Pop it back in. Oh, still a bit fiddly. It's not going to go in again properly, is it? There we go, is that right? There we go. So yeah, you just flip it open. Yeah, man. It's taken a long time, but I'm really enjoying building it. I mean, like I say, this is my Christmas present to myself, so... Right, so we'll leave that there. We'll leave the instructions as is. And we shall find somebody to raid to. There's not really anybody I know on. Can't see anybody that's building Lego. Let's have a look. Let's where the cursor. Right. Let's scroll down. See if there's anybody more. Yeah, I hope you've been chilling, Mel. It is Christmas. But yeah, I'm going to be, I think I'll probably start around the same time as I did earlier this afternoon, so tomorrow at 2 PM. If we get distracted it might be a bit later, but I'll post in my Discord. So what have we got? We have... who have we got on? be fair, I'll raid out to somebody I don't really know. I will be there tomorrow. Yeah, cool, thank you. Well, you want to see the conclusion of what it looks like stood up. Do you know what I mean? With the legs on, both of the legs on. So yeah, I've got somebody here called, what's his name? Number Blue with underscores underneath. Oh no, is he gone? He's gone. Is he gone? Oh no. Oh no. I know. I've got somebody I don't really watch him that often, but I think he'll recognise my name. So let's raid out to a guy called Ryan Uzu. He used to be called Ryan Uzumaki, but he shortened it, and he's playing Overwatch 2. He's got a fair few people, so let's raid him. I think he'll remember me. Raid Ryan Uzu. Allons-y, as the good doc would say. Yes, 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 of course, yeah. Onwards. Oh, whoops, I just knocked the table when he fell over. That's because he's not sat properly. Right. So yeah, let's put that in, get the raid started. Been created, the raid's ready to go. Right, thank you to all of you for being here, for joining me in my Lego Transformer journey, and yeah, helping me to have a wonderful year, because this has pretty much been the best year I've had for a long time, with all the building Lego and posting videos and stuff. So yeah, we shall raid out now. Say hi to Ryan Uzu, and I will stay in the chat. I'll stay in his chat for a little bit and say hi. But yeah, let's raid. I'll see you tomorrow at 2 PM GMT. Bye bye. Let's switch off my phone.